Yeah, so now it looks crazy. So now the recording is on, so I will mute myself and you will just go ahead and start when you feel comfortable.
Great, thanks. Okay. On behalf of the Big Buyers for Climate and Environment Working Group on Zero-Emission Construction Sites, I represent 17 European public authorities, from utility companies to national infrastructure bodies to municipal governments, like Oslo, Helsinki, or Copenhagen. This group is aligned in its demand for emission-free construction to reduce local air pollution, like NOx and SOx, to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and the global footprint of their activities, as well as the whole life carbon impact of buildings and infrastructure. It's also important to reduce the nuisance, the noise, the vibration, and thus to get the better quality of life for neighbors and the health for construction workers, and potentially also faster construction timelines. It's also a piece of our puzzle to support the energy transition through multifunctional use of clean and renewable energy infrastructure for all of the needs in a modern city. So in terms of our expectation for a global company like Volvo, well, public actors are certainly stepping up to the climate challenge with ambitious action plans, with on-the-ground implementation, but we know they cannot make it to a 1.5-degree pathway alone. They need the private sector to act as well. Also, the private sector is known to greatly contribute to global greenhouse gas emissions and has made great profits from a take, make, waste linear economy. Now we need urgent action and innovative thinking to get onto the right path, where planetary boundaries are not exceeded and where our social foundation is met, where our cities are increasingly more livable, healthy, safe, and green. Volvo has a role to play here. As a multinational company known for its sustainability initiatives, Volvo CE has the responsibility and also the power to invest now in decarbonizing their operations as well as the products they offer. By when? Well, as soon as possible. Regarding the construction sector, this is imperative, as it is such an impactful area economically and environmentally, but also as it serves us as a habitat for our daily lives. Thanks to energy efficiency gains, operational carbon continues to sink. This puts the focus more and more on the embodied carbon of our built environment. For this reason, emissions from material extraction and manufacturing, as well as construction works themselves, are increasingly in focus. In the Big Buyers Working Group, we see an unfortunate lack of availability, especially of large, greater than 2.5 tons, emission-free construction machinery, or in RMM. Whichever machine manufacturer rises to this occasion to fulfill the unmet need stands to benefit from public contracts requiring fossil-free or emission-free works. This is not a utopian notion. Rather, this is a necessity and will increasingly be a minimum requirement to do business. For example, in Oslo's public work sites, it already is. In terms of society's expectation, I would suggest that society expects from a global company transparency, leadership, and responsibility in acting on sustainable and circular action plans and slogans. So transparency in disclosing the environmental impacts of your operations and your products completely. Leadership in following through with your sustainability branding and in making use of the global nature of your business to invest in an accelerated transition timeline and to carry this technology to all corners of the globe in which you work. Responsibility in working harder and harder to ensure your business model adapts to a circular economy and eliminates all negative impacts related to your products and operations, and actively engages in making the world a better place. Specifically, in your case, this would mean making all working on or near construction sites having a healthier working environment and a better quality of life, ensuring your machines are a piece of this success. In terms of a sustainability strategy, how should a global company support sustainability? Well, my suggestion to Volvo would be to divest from carbon-intensive, non-renewable, waste-generating processes and products as soon as possible. Invest in the innovation to support the transition to carbon-neutral operations. This means considering the life cycle environmental footprint and circular economy principles, as well as the operational sustainability, safety, and efficiency of your machines. Maybe this implicates looking at alternative models of use of your machinery, such as rental and including maintenance in the operations. Demonstrating that this path is possible and advantageous so that others, especially smaller construction contractors, which make up the majority of the sector in Europe, may be able to follow your lead and may be able to access and use this innovative emission-free construction machinery. I suggest that you collaborate with ambitious actors, such as cities and regions taking part in the Big Buyers Initiative, that are committed to this path of decarbonization of construction works. Working together, we can tackle the remaining barriers and accelerate the progress on the ground. To summarize, my expectations of Volvo Construction Equipment on behalf of the Big Buyers Zero-Emission Construction Sites Working Group, we expect Volvo to do everything it can to enable zero-emission construction works and to reduce the whole life carbon impacts of its business as soon as possible, at the least by 2030. In practice, this means accelerating innovation for large emission-free in-RMM models, ensuring the availability of these machines across the European Union and beyond, and considering the life cycle impacts of the machines themselves, of the machine materials, of their end of life, and of your own manufacturing operations. We encourage you to welcome collaboration with others on this path and look forward to working together. And that's all.
You're a star, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You're fantastic. I'm impressed, I must say.
I will turn off the recording.